Alright, so here are things you should never do with fire alarms in public. Number 1, don't ever pull fire alarms for fun. If you pull fire alarms for fun, you're going to put other people's lives at risk because the fire department will have to respond to your false alarm that you pulled. And there could be an actual emergency somewhere else. Example, ha 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 ha, I'm gonna pull the fire alarm. Shh. Ha 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 ha. Yay, that was fun. What you did right there was put other people's lives at risk. If you pull the fire alarm at school when there is no fire, you're going to get in big trouble or even arrested. This is not a joke. This is very serious stuff. Don't ever pull fire alarms in public unless there is a real fire. You only pull them if there's a real emergency. Only pull this if there is a real emergency. Only when there is an emergency is when you pull this. Or if you have permission to do it during a fire drill, or if you have permission to test the alarm system, then you can pull it then. Or if you have your own fire alarm set up at home, then you can pull it then. But just don't pull fire alarms unless there is a real fire. Number 2, never take the alarm off the wall or take the screws out of the alarm. And don't ever take the strobe out of the alarm. Don't ever take the plate off the alarm. Don't ever paint the alarm. Don't ever adjust the volume on the alarm. And don't ever adjust the coding on the alarm. Don't ever cut the wires to the alarm. Don't ever change the candela on the strobe, and don't ever change the tones on the alarm. Leave the alarm the way it is. I mean, if you want to do these things to your own alarm, that is totally fine, but if you're doing it with an alarm in a public building, then that is not okay at all. You're going to get in big trouble if you tamper with fire alarms in public. If you pull the fire alarm in my school, you're going to get expelled from school. If you tamper with fire alarm equipment in my school, you're going to get expelled from school. I sincerely hope that my parents do not get a call from my teacher saying that I messed around with fire alarms at school, like taking the alarm off the wall, painting the alarm, screwing it or unscrewing it, taking the strobe off the alarm, adjusting the volume on the alarm, or any of that, or pulling the fire alarm when there is no fire. I am in complete control rather or not that happens. I'm going to be smart and I'm never going to do that. I'm going to leave the alarm the way it is. And I'm not going to pull the fire alarm unless there is a real fire, or if I have permission to do it during a drill, or if I have permission to test it, or if I have my own alarm. I mean, I can do whatever I want to this alarm because this is my own alarm, but if I'm doing anything with an alarm in public, then I'm going to get in huge trouble or even arrested. I'm going to get fined quite a bit if I'm caught tampering with fire alarms in public. So, if you see a fire alarm in a public building, do not ever take the alarm off the wall. Do not paint the alarm. Don't do any of that. Leave the alarm the way it is. These are life safety devices. These alert people that the building is on fire and they must leave immediately. So, these should never be messed around with. Only pull them if there's a real emergency. Only when there's emergencies when you pull them. I mean, I'm not responsible for your actions, rather or not you tamper with the alarm in public. You are responsible. So, when you're out in public, please do not mess around with the alarm. Bye.